Hello, love bugs. Welcome back to my channel. It is good to see you guys as usual. I know it's been a minute since you guys have seen me. A lot has went on. Um I just kind of wanted to catch up. I just wanted to do a video with you all and catch up with you, tell you everything that's been going on in my life and why I have kind of taken a big break, leave of absence off of my channel. Um, I definitely want to get back into the swing of things and get back into filming, and I want you guys to give me ideas, of course, as to what you want to see me do on my channel. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to update you guys on just how life's going, what's been going on, blah 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 blah. So it's been rough. So I'll take you back to November of this past year. November, I had started going to a clinic to get help because people who have watched me for a while, they know I have struggled with addiction for a while now. And that's just, it happens. It happens to the best of us, honestly. It's just life. And, oh, and by the way, I know this is like totally off subject. I'm blonde now. If you can't tell, I'm a blondie. People keep calling me blondie, and I'm like, wait, what? And totally forget that I'm blonde. When I look at myself in the mirror, I don't recognize myself because I've never been blonde before. But yeah, I'm blonde. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. But yes, I am blonde now. But anyways, I have struggled with addiction for a long time now. I've been open with everyone about that because um it's just like it's life, and everyone goes through stuff, and I feel like you shouldn't have to hide things. And if you do, like if you have to hide something, then those people shouldn't be in your life anyway. Like it's something. Everyone's addicted to something. I go to a clinic now, and I go to a clinic. It's a methadone clinic, and I take methadone every day. A lot of people are like, "That's not sober," blah blah blah. That's not sober. Um, it's way. It's definitely safer. So and if you're actually staying clean and only doing that, um, it's better. It's definitely better. And I so anyways, I had just started that, and this is back in November I'm talking about. I had just started taking that. Um and so at first, when you first start it, it makes you a little bit sleepy. So I was at my grandparents, and I had told them that I had started it, and they know a little bit about my addiction, and pretty much everyone has knows at this point. So I try not to hide it. I mean, it's life. Like, everyone struggles with something, and that's just life. And you know people are gonna hate you, love you, judge you, whatever, but the only real judge of anything is God. I you know yeah. um but anyways, so this one speci- this one specific this one specific day, I go and get my dose of medication, and that morning I go back to my grandparents' house. I fall asleep on the couch, and I slept for about 4 hours. I wake up to a text from an old friend, a friend that I had not talked to in like 2 years, 2.5 years. And she said, "Hey, are you okay?" And I thought she was just wanting to be friends again and talk and stuff. So I was like, "Oh, yeah, hey, like, it's good to talk to you. Like, how are you doing?" And she said, "I just want to make sure you're okay because I seen what happened. I seen uh, what happened to Beth or something." She said something like that. And I said, "What are you talking about? What do you mean what happened to Beth?" And she calls me and she's like, "Honey, I am so sorry. I thought that you knew." And I was like, what do you mean? Knew what? Like, what are you talking about?" And she's like, "Honey, Beth is dead. I am so sorry." And I start like freaking out, having a complete freaking the fault, dude. And my grandparents, I get off the phone, my grandparents come up to me, ran up to me, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Beth is dead." That's what I was just like, "She's dead." And I just start crying, but I don't I was in shock and I was like, "What the hell? How did this happen?" That was my best friend, dude. She's the one who came with me to my Make-A-Wish trip, guys. She's been in so many of these YouTube videos that you guys have watched of me. So many of these YouTube videos are with her and her children, her niece, everyone. Those babies are in so many of my videos, and Beth is in so many of my videos. Like I said, she came to my Make-A-Wish trip in LA, and she's in those videos with me. Like, knowing that she is gone still is I every day I think of her, and it's absolutely terrible. I can't believe I lost her. I miss her every day, every single day. I wish that I could talk to her. I wish that I had my best friend, the one that I could go to with anything, never be judged for anything that I did. She would, you know, if I came to her and I was like, "Beth, like, I know I did that, I was wrong, but like, please don't get mad at me." She's like, "I'm not gonna be mad at you. Just tell me what's going on." She always was just like, she always told it like it was, but she was never mean about it. She would always just be honest. I'd be like, "Tell me if I'm in the wrong or tell me if I'm in the right, you know?" And she would just be straight up, "You were wrong about this, Alex. You need to fix it." Or straight up, like, "No, you were in the right. That was good that you said that," Like, she was always just honest with me. So I'm freaking out. My grandma runs in the room, calls my mom, says, "Get over here now, Stacy. It's bad. Beth is dead." My grandma is hugging me and she's like, those poor babies." And I have yet to think about her children, who are 7 years old and 10 years old. I'm just thinking of her being dead, not the fact that her children are the ones who found her. And that killed me even more. That broke my heart even more, if that was even possible to break my heart. Okay? The 7-year-old little girl tried to perform CPR on her mother. That is not okay. That should not happen. Okay? That shouldn't happen. And they were on the phone with a friend, um, and they were just yelling, "She's dead. She's dead. She won't wake up." And it's and the coroner said she had been gone for 5 hours. There was no coming back from that, and we don't know what happened. I don't know why. I thought they had to do a autopsy if that you're like a young age and you pass away, but I guess not. Um, but it breaks my heart, and I wonder all the time, like, how did this happen? And it breaks my heart into pieces, and I just I get like grief is such a weird thing because I'll get so mad. I just want to throw things. I just want to punch things, and then like get mad that she's gone. Why did you leave me? Why did you leave the babies? Why did you leave? And then I'll get sad and I'm like, gosh, I just miss you. Like I wish you were here right now so much. Like, and it's just a whirlwind of emotions, and this is the first time I've lost someone so close to me, and I just I I don't know. I want to get a pink rose tattoo in honor of her at her funeral. Um she had these beautiful pink roses on her casket, and pink was her favorite color, and it's my favorite color too. So, yeah, and ever since she's passed, I see the number 1111 so much more. Like I already had it tattooed on me, but since she's passed away, I see that number even more.
Hi, girl.
Hey.
I didn't even know you were back.
Yep.
What'd you get back?
I got back. What's today?
Today is Thursday.
Monday?
Monday?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been off since Sunday because I had got sick last week.
I'm blonde now.
Huh? I see that. That's why it took me.
I feel like I'm wearing a wig.
Really?
It doesn't even feel. I feel like I'm like Hannah Montana or something.
It's pretty though. I like
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
They didn't even tell me it was you.
Huh.
So I didn't even know. Then when you turned around, I was like, well, I knew when I seen your phone too.
My little vlogging. I got a little microphone to vlog with. How are you?
I'm better. Like I said, I was sick last week. I wasn't feeling good at all. Caught the flu.
That sucks.
Yeah. So today's my first day back. I've been off for a little.
Because my mom is sick right now.
The thing was,
her stomach.
The thing was. What's your?
Is my oxygen low?
86.
Okay. It just wasn't going away.
No, and I kept getting fevers, and so Sunday. So that Sunday, I woke up and I was like, I'm going to.
When they just diagnosed you with the flu?
Yeah, they tested me, and I had the flu. But I sit part-time with this little old lady at this nursing home.
Do you think? But yeah, I already have the tattoo 1111 on my finger. I see that number like crazy. I see 111, 1111, or just 11, whatever. I see those numbers so often. I saw it before, but after she has passed away, I see that number so much more often, and I'm like, it's Beth. It's Beth. She's letting me know that she's okay. And I don't care what anyone says. Like, that's stupid. Like, that's not even real. Like, whatever. Whatever. If it makes me feel better, so be it. Okay? Because everyone has their thing, you know? It was so hard going to the funeral. I think I have PTSD from it. I didn't want to go, but I had to because I knew I needed to be there for those kiddos. And, it would be shitty of me to not show up to my best friend's funeral. Like, that'd be pretty shitty. So, of course, I went. And I didn't plan on going up to the casket because I didn't want to remember her that way. I wanted to remember her in the way that I remembered her. But her baby girl came up to me and was like, "Here, it's okay. It's not that scary. I'll hold your hand. Let's go see mommy." How the hell do you say no to that? You can't say no to that, Like there's no saying no to that baby. So of course I hold her hand and I went up to her casket and I just looked and looked away real fast. I couldn't stare. I couldn't I couldn't really see it. It's like my mind just wouldn't let me. So I just looked away. And I was like, yeah, mommy's beautiful, like, and I just started to like uncontrollably like sob, and everyone up there was like, here, Gara, why don't you go sit down with Alex? And Gara is Beth's niece, and she is a sweetheart. Me and her still go and work out together. um it's really good to have her. She's one of the like pieces of Beth that I have left. Her kids are one of the pieces of Beth that I have left, and I don't get to see them. I don't know why. I was told they don't want to see me, which honestly I don't believe that, because Bree loved me to death. Bree would lay next to me while I would cuddle her and play with her hair until she would fall asleep. I would take her to the store, buy her toys, buy her candy. And I'm not talking about like just buying her love. That's definitely not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about we had some great times together. Me and Bri, that's my girl. Like, she loved me, and I know she did. She would tell me that she loved me all the time. She made me paintings. She made me things at school. You can't tell me that she didn't love me. Like, see, I'm getting emotional. You can't tell me that that little girl did not love me and that she doesn't want to see me anymore, because I know she loved me. And Zach, same for Zach. Like, I love him so much, and I don't know how he feels about everything. He's older, so he has his own way of feeling about things. So I'm not 100% sure how Zach feels. So adding in, you never know what a kid has been told by other adults or whatever. You really never know. And I'm not making any accusations, like I promise. I'm not. I'm just saying, if the kids are saying they don't want to see me and they want nothing to do with me, they had to have been like coerced in some way. Like, they had to have been told information that was not true whatsoever. So, because there's not one thing that I could have done that could have made them not want me over at all. There's not one thing I've done wrong to them. They were always safe in my hands. I mean, they trusted me to watch the kids all the time. Those kids were my babies, so they got nothing but the best treatment from me. It's like I'm saying, if anything, they had to have been told something that wasn't true if they truly don't want to see me. But I just don't believe that's the case. But who knows? I can't talk for him. Um, but I love him to death, and I hope that he is doing okay. I really do. I worry about him so much. I worry about both of those babies, and I pray for them every day, and it just makes me so mad, like, telling someone they don't want to see you when in reality it's something personal or something. I should have my car back at the end of this month, maybe even sooner. Super excited for that, because it's been like 8 months since I've had a car. Like, are you kidding me? It's been a long time. I'm excited to have my baby back. Like, she's gonna be like brand new again, and I will treat her with respect, and she will not be getting wrecked ever again. Like, I'm not gonna jinx it, knock on wood. Um, but I'm gonna take good care of her. Um, yeah, I'm excited to have my baby back because I missed her. I love that car. My little Honda Civic. Like, Honda Civics are badass cars. I don't care what anyone says. Those cars are badass, dude. Like, they can get through anything. Um, so, um, losing my best friend was just so rough. I still haven't been back to like visit her gravestone. I don't think it's done yet. They said they would let me know when it is. Well, Gara told me she'd let me know because I guess the other people aren't talking to me. I don't know what the deal is with that. Um, they just said, because at the funeral they said, come see the kids whenever you want, like we want you over whenever. And I asked to see them multiple times, and finally they got back to me and said, um, the kids don't want to see anyone that Beth knew, sorry. And I was like, okay, I guess, like, but in my head I'm thinking like, what the fuck. um and they said thanks for understanding, and I was just like so confused because those kids loved me and we had so many great memories, and I just couldn't see them saying that they don't want to see me ever again, and it breaks my heart to pieces. They were all I had left of Beth, and I don't know if they realize how hard that is for me, like, and how much I meant to Beth. Like, it's just so rough. And it's not just me they've done this to. They've done this to basically all of Beth's friends. And it's just heartbreaking because Beth would never want this ever. Like, Beth would want us to be around helping those kids be able to have a piece of Beth, because I carry Beth with me every day. Some of Beth's personality I have now. She taught me to stick up for myself more. She taught me that you don't need to let people run all over you all the time. You need to stick up for yourself. Even if you're uncomfortable about it, stick up for yourself. She taught me that. She taught me a lot of things. She taught me, um, just there's a lot of things that I could like think of that she taught me. Um, she always told me never have kids, joking around, but in reality, it breaks my heart because when I finally do have a baby, she won't be here to meet them. Um, I really wanted Beth to meet my baby whenever I have one. So, yeah, it sucks. Um, I I don't know. Rest in peace, Beth. I love you so much. And yeah, that is one of the hardest things I've ever went through in my life. Loved her. Like, there were so many people that showed up at that funeral because so many people loved her. Um, and she was so generous. And sometimes we had to tell her, Beth, you're being too generous. You gotta tell people no sometimes. You gotta tell people, no, I am not giving you this. I'm not gonna lend you this. I'm not doing this for you. Like, this, that, and the third. Like, you have to say no to people sometimes. But she was always very kind and sometimes too kind. And that was one thing that we always got on to Beth about. And I mean, if that's your problem, being too kind, then you must be a pretty damn good person. Um, yeah, I would do anything to talk to Beth at least one last time. And I need advice from her now. Just like, Beth, I need some advice from you because life is hard and I need some advice. And to tell her that her kids are okay and it's okay to move on and find peace and everything. Um, but yeah, um, um, at the end of the funeral, when you all walk out in a line, I was like almost last, and I ended up looking at Beth in the casket, and that's when I was like, oh God. And I looked at her and I was like, I love you, Beth, so much. I love you. I love you. And my mom or my aunt or grandma or somebody had to pull me away because I just started bawling my eyes out because I saw her and I just said, I'm gonna miss you. I love you. And it was bad. Like they had to pull me away. And then we go to the burial part and we sign the caskets. One of the hardest things also was seeing the kids sign the casket, writing, I love you, mommy. Those are images I'll never get out of my head. Um, Also, PTSD, like things I'll never get out of my head. You shouldn't have to write "I love you, mommy" on on a casket. You shouldn't. Things like this shouldn't happen. And I think about that all the time. And I don't understand why. I just don't. And it scares me. Life scares me now. Like, it already did scare me, and I've already had really bad anxiety. But her death brought me so much more anxiety than I already had. It's crazy how much more anxious I am now after this happened. But yeah. So yeah, that is kind of what went on, and ever since then I have been very anxious and had a lot of depression and anxiety and just my BPD like flaring up, like just not doing the best. And like it's crazy, like when you're going through like the hardest things, that's when people are there for you the least. And like I have had a lot of shit going on, including losing my best friend, and like who is there for me? Whose shoulder am I crying on? My family is there for me anytime I need them, but I need friends. I need friends that are going to be there for me, that are going to let me cry on their shoulder, that are going to listen to me. But no, I'm always there for everyone else. Like I signed up for cosmetology school recently. I'm gonna get my FAFSA done. I gotta sign up for that online. Um, I um, I'm gonna get my FAFSA done so I can sign up for school, and hopefully I can get through school and kick some ass, dude. I would love to be able to stay out of the hospital and get school done. Do you know how awesome that would be? I would be so proud of myself, dude. Like so fucking proud. And I don't know I'm gonna try and see at SCC if they have an esthetician only program instead of all cosmetology, because cosmetology takes more work than just the esthetician. So I'm gonna try and see if there's any way I can just do esthetician. So we're gonna see about that. You know it? But yeah, look at my lashes. They look bomb. Let me just show you. I got some pink in them. I got them done by Riley. She's really, really sweet, and she did a really good job. Um, and my hair, I got done at a salon, just a random salon. I just walked into a random ass salon, and I was like, well, at first I was like, can I go pink? Because I've went pink before, and yeah. And they were like, okay, like, what do you want to look like? Like, what kind of pink? And I showed them. It was like a rose gold pink. It's the pink that I've done before, and it's on my YouTube channel. You guys have seen it. And I showed them, and they're like, okay, well, that might take, oh, that's probably going to take a long time, so you might have to come back. And I was like, I'm impatient. So I was like, no, I want to get this done now. I was like, well, I've been wanting to try a platinum blonde for a long time. Let's try that. And they were like, okay, we could do that today. And so I went and we did a platinum blonde. So it's like kind of honey blonde on top. And then it goes into a platinum blonde on the bottom, uh, because the top still had some brown in it, so it looks a little brassy, and it's got like more of a honey blonde, and then it goes into a platinum because I had highlights. So, but yeah, I have blonde hair now, and I next time I get it done, I'm gonna go and get more. I'm gonna get like more of a platinum color, like a silverish tone put on it, and I want to try and keep up with the blonde. Did my hair. I'm back in the hospital, obviously, because I came to my appointment and I didn't know for sure if I was going to be admitted. My PFTs were lower. They said I had crackles everywhere. I was coughing pretty bad again. My oxygen was low. Just all of those fun things. So, they wanted to admit me, and I'm admitted, and yeah. I was only out for a week and a half before I was back. Another thing is they've brought up lung transplant a few times now, and it scares the living shit out of me because I was hoping I'll never have to get one of those in my life. And I still hope that I don't, but they've brought it up a few times, and like I said, it scares me. I I just have been getting sick a lot more and spending a lot more time in the hospital than I should have, than I should. I mean, and and I don't know. I hope that things will get better and that I can get better. Like they said, my x-rays look a little bit worse each time, and that a lot of things look worse, and I am hoping and trusting God that I'm going to get better instead of worse. Like things are going to get better. But please keep me in your prayers and thoughts if you can. Go follow my TikTok if you don't already. I post on there a lot more than I post on here. So if you want to see more of my videos, go follow my TikTok. It's in my bio down below, like my little description box. It's down in there. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment if you have anything to say, anything nice to say. If you had mean things to say, just don't say nothing at all. Just delete it and block you. So yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for watching this Blondie. Heart to you, and hopes that you have a great rest of your night, your day, whatever it is. When this video finally reaches you, you're the best. Take care of yourself. Yeah, all of that. I love you guys.